In this recording in our series of face milling, we will go into the option of spiral. Well, spiral, what it actually does is it goes in from the outside and then spirals its way through the part until it gets to the middle, always cutting material at any point. This is actually recommended highly by most tool producers. Now, let's take a look at what we actually have here. If I go into the spiral page, all we have here is the option of rolling in. If I want to get to the edge, do I want to roll in to the part? I always suggest, especially with parts that are rectangular or square, and the stock actually is rectangular or square, to use a roll-in method. And I'm doing it from a distance of 10 millimeters. Just like in the other technologies that we checked, we have the same settings over here as far as tool diameter, overlap. Basically, everything else is the same. So let's take a look. I'm going to do save and calculate, and I'll run our simulation. And again, I'll have the part run with the solid verify. And let me first start with the first step. I'll go down the first step so you can see the stock, and you see the tool going down. And what you do see, it is now at the level of 3 millimeters. Now it's going to go down to the 0 level. Now, if we take a closer look at the part itself, you'll see that the tool is that much out from the actual stock itself. Now what's going to happen, it's going to have a radius turn in, and now it's going to start wrapping its way around the part. You can see that with the tool pass over here, that it started its way with a radius turning in, and then after that, it started turning into the part and going around. And that's what's going to do on the rest of the part, always working on the material without any sharp turns, always taking off material. This is the technology of spiral. Now, let's take a look at what happens if I change the shape of my stock. In this particular case, I've already changed the shape of my stock, and if we take a look, I've made it into a cylinder shape. So my stock's shape is a little different. So let's take a look how this now updates the toolpath. And again, with the spiral toolpath. I'm just going to save and calculate. And if we run our simulation, and I'll do the first step. First of all, you can see our stock. Now you can see that our tool is rolling in, but we may not need that roll in. Because when it rolls in, it wants to go along here, but it's rolling in very close to the material itself. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go in this particular case, in spiral, and I'm going to not use the roll in. Again, save and calculate. Simulate, and as I go down, you'll see that the tool is going down, but it's still touching the part a little as it's going down and going then across the part. Now, how do I get it to actually start a little further out without rolling in? Well, for that we have the option of link, and this is available in all other options as well, but in most cases you don't necessarily need it. But this time I'm going to add the option of link, where I'm going to have a lead in. How do I want to approach? And I want to lead in with a tangent tool pass of 60% of the diameter of the tool. Let's do save and calculate. Again, simulate. And this time I'll do one step at a time. And you can see now that it is outside the part. If I take the top view, and now I'm going to do one step at a time. You can see that it goes into the part, and now it's starting to do a spiral toolpath. Came in from the outside, and then continued with the spiral toolpath around the part. And that's how you can also manipulate your toolpath as far as how it leads in and leads out. And you can also see that it works, updated stock, according to the shape of the stock.